I'm looking at your car. It's a beautiful Rolls Royce. Sale of this house, $7.5 million. You throw in that car. I'm Joe Bograd, and this is what a mega million-dollar listing looks like. Truth is, it's harder to sell bigger listings. There's a much smaller buyer pool, so you really have to be willing to go the extra mile and do the things that other realtors aren't willing to do. You have to work your connections. You have to put up a ton of capital. The only way to sell a property of this caliber is to spend the money and do the marketing the correct way. So we have the ballroom, chandeliers, you have a beautiful open ceiling over there, and you have a terrace with exits around the whole entire perimeter. You have a beautiful bar back here, surround sound, wet bar, separate access to the terrace as well from here. In this great room, you have this beautiful wet bar that can cost upwards of $50,000 to $100,000 depending on how crazy you're going to go. Beautiful lighting fixtures that I believe are in the Borgata in Atlantic City, so no expense was spared putting this great room together. Finished basement is something out of a movie with these beautiful marble floors, huge area for entertaining, TVs on every wall, and you have an amazing game room, pinball machines, arcade, air hockey. Then you have the billiard room. The basement is just bonkers. You really have an arcade, a billiard room, anything you really want to do. It's comparable to Dave & Buster's in Center City. The indoor pool, my favorite part of the house. This pool would cost anybody upwards of $400,000 to $500,000. Once you walk into that indoor pool room, you see the jacuzzi, you see the TVs. It's absolutely breathtaking and incredible, and it's definitely the focal point of this estate. We have the beautiful hardwood floors, beautiful moldings with the customized ceilings, custom marble fireplace with the remote control. And this takes you into the solarium. The solarium or green room is pretty much a four-season room. This would really add value to a property because of the light that it brings in, and when you walk into the front door of the property, you have that two-story foyer, that front to back foyer to solarium, and it has that open feeling to the property. We have the oversized dining room, and it opens up, so it's very easy to entertain and host. The kitchen is enormous. It's open, it's bright, has a walk-in pantry, top-notch appliances, and it really is perfect for a large family. Master bedroom. It's lavish, it's beautiful. Another gas fireplace, customized walk-in closet. In the center you have an island for your belts, shoes, and so forth. And then you have, with a beautiful view, his walk-in closet and master bath. So now that you've seen the property, I'm about to meet with the seller and discuss some creative points. In order to sell this property, you need to get a little creative, and that's what we're going to do. So obviously, we are trying to sell your house, and we're putting some feelers out there, and we're getting some positive feedback. We've had some good showings, but ultimately, we have to find a wider database of potential clientele. So what I did in the last couple of days is reach out to my, friends, clients, acquaintances that sell the big end houses in New York and Miami. But I did reach out to an agent who actually happens to be the owner of Nest Seekers. His name is Sean Elliott. Just did a deal for Mariah Carey. He's on Selling Sunset. Got a really big database. He's got a huge following on Instagram, huge following on social media. Rather make a little bit less and co-list with him and get you guys the number you guys want to get. We can potentially get a buyer that maybe is in Morocco, maybe in Russia, maybe in Ukraine. I have no idea, that could see this house with his database in addition to ours, obviously, and maybe give us a number that you guys can't say no to.
I think that's an awesome idea.
You know what? Now I have a different idea just by standing here with you guys. I'm looking at your car. It's a beautiful Rolls Royce. Sale of this house, $7.5 million. You throw in that car. Would you do that?
I don't know.
Big proposition there.
We do love the car.
But we want to sell the house.
That is true. We could always get another car.
You could always get
we could always get another house.
Exactly.
So, I'm okay if the beautiful lady's okay.
I think it'll be all right.
All right. So let's make it happen. Very good. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Thank you guys. All right. Hey, my man. How are you? Appreciate you taking the time. I know you got a lot going on. Sean Elliott is a big-time broker. He's the president of Nest Seekers in New York. He does business on the high-end level in LA, New York, Florida, and all over the country. And when I reached out to him, I figured he'd be the perfect agent broker because of the reach that he has. And maybe he would help me out, see the property, and give me some pointers on how to sell the property. I even offered for him to co-list the property with me. I'd rather make a little bit less, but get the property sold, and he's the perfect candidate to get the job done. What do you think about the number?
It just comes down to the style of the house being so specific. You know, it's a dated house. It's a 4-year-old dated house.
So obviously to build this house today at 500 a square foot is going to be 10 million. The lot is going to be, an acre is like 250, 300,000 at the minimum here.
I think if you walked into the house you and I would build today, right? Yeah, would be, it could fetch 10 million for a guy who wants to live in this area. Unless somebody got a really good deal on this house, you know, they're going to have to invest a minimum of $2 million in the house to get it to what they want. You know, this house should probably be priced at $5 million. He's going to hate me for saying that, but it's true. I would say you need a price reduction right off the bat. You know, the markets are very volatile. If you're at 7,995, I would drop it $1.5 million to 6,495 immediately. And if you don't get traction at 6,495 after 30 days, I drop it again to 5,995 and then leave it there. It's a tough pill to swallow for the guy to drop his price 1.5 and then followed up by another $500,000 for a $2 million price reduction. But you know, seeing what we know about the area, this is a unicorn. The only way this house is going to sell is 2 reasons: price and location. You can't do anything about location. The house is a great house. It's going to come down to price. You know, maybe you could do like a lifestyle video with the cars and the indoor pool and some beautiful people, and you know, start getting it out in the universe. It's a unicorn and something very special, and maybe you'll be very lucky, because I get lucky quite often. What it is.
Okay. But I'll talk to the seller about this and see what we can do.
You got it.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Take care. Bye. After speaking to Sean, I understand the price needed to come down, and I wanted to hear what he had to say. I didn't think he was going to want to drop the price so drastically, and now I have a very difficult job and tell my seller that we need to do a massive price reduction and get some traffic to the door, because obviously the price we've been at for the past 6 months isn't working. We did a video walkthrough today, went through all the rooms. His thinking is this: he's like, the actual house itself is gorgeous, the outside, the grounds. He says the problem is when people are spending this kind of money, you know, they're not spending this kind of money in areas like New Hope. He said they're spending money like this in like New York, Manhattan, Miami, California. He's in parts of those areas. He's like, I feel that people come in there and they see it's a very, you know, European look. And when they're spending that kind of money, they're not going to want to spend that kind of money on a house like this and then have to put X amount of dollars into it to make it, you know, more modern, more transitional, whatever the case is. He thinks the price has to be a lot lower. That was his thing. I mean, again, he's not the market guru in this area, but at the same token, a lot of things what he said made sense. He's like, you know, the finishings in the house, as beautiful as they are, they're not what people are looking for today. So he's like, if you're looking at the demographic of 30 to 45 years old who are buying these types of homes, or looking to buy, you know, they're going to want something that's more the transitional restoration hardware thing.
What do you think?
Do I think the house is worth $8 million? All day it does. But I guess being in the market a year and nobody's made any offers that were like significant, probably closer to like maybe just under 7. And this way, it's more in that price point of where it probably should be, based on dollar for dollar, dollar per square foot, based on what they need to put into the property. I know that's not what you want to hear, but
yeah, no, I know.
yeah.
It's been on the market forever. There's been no offers.
If you get the offer, and hopefully it is very soon, then we can decide where and how and what. All right? Guys, good seeing you. All right? I appreciate it. Thanks again. Take care. So after speaking to the seller, I was a bit surprised that he was okay with the price reduction. I really thought he was going to have a hard time swallowing that pill. I think he realizes that, you know, if an agent from a different area altogether that sells these types of high-end properties thinks the property should be priced differently, it's probably a telltale sign that a reduction has to happen and a change in marketing needs to happen as well. Thank you guys for watching. I think Sean Elliott had some great points, and I really appreciate him coming on the show. What are your thoughts on the price? Do you think it needs to come down? Do you think it needs to stay the same? Any other creative ideas you guys might have? Please comment below. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode.